Watch your work. Oh, mate, how's it going? I'm carving another one of these, but hazel. Well, try and do anyway. We shall see. I need to draw his cheeks on actually before I. Give him some cheeks. Otherwise, I start carving it and I mess it up. Nice. Cheers, man. I finished the spoon yesterday. It's got some cool grain in the handle. It's got some really cool patterning. Looks awesome. Another one of these knocked up. So yeah, just getting on the case. I'm going up the woods on Thursday, so I'm going to make some reindeer for the front garden. Normally I put a big old Christmas tree up in the front garden. I'll pin it down with loads of paracord and cover it in lights and all that, but I can't be arsed. Can't be arsed this year. So I'm going to make, the grass is quite long out there, so I'm going to make a little herd of reindeer, and each day I'm going to have them eating a different bit of the grass until it's all gone. I think the kids will enjoy that. Yeah, they love it, man. It'll be good. It'll be awesome. Let's put this up the other way. Oh, but I love that. Yeah, man, it's quality. It's quality. I think they're going to enjoy it. Just might do it at night, you know, just move them at night, so when they wake up in the morning and go to school, and they walk past, they'll be like, what? Because all my kids are still quite little, so they appreciate sort of little things like that. Bless them. So sweet. Hi, geezer from was that Hertfordshire, is it? Herts. Sort your nose out. Let's chisel you a nose. Kids are fun when they're young. They get boring when they get older, don't they? They get miserable. My oldest one's 9. I've got a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So there's. What am I making? I'm carving the wood spirit into a piece of hazel. I was going to use a piece of old cedar, but it was a bit rotten and my gougers were just ripping it instead of biting into it. So I'm making one of these, which is like a little wood spirit. But I'm doing it in hazel, one of my preferred trees. One of my favourite trees is hazel. Let's do a stop cutting there, because otherwise I'm going to end up with loads of bits peeling up all over the place. There we go. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Thank you very much. I normally carve spoons and stuff as well. There we go. There's a spiral handled spoon that I carved. I'm better at spoons than I am the wood spirits, but I only started doing the wood spirits about a year ago, so on and off. So and I haven't done many recently. But yeah, I've got loads of spoons that I made like that. There's some of the older ones that I did when I first started. Doing the old practice log. Never finished that one. Should do really. I could make it look pretty good now. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. Only have 8 people alive. Oh, 70. Oh no, don't bother me. Normally when I go live sort of around 12 o'clock, I'll get a lot more people in here, but I ain't too fast. I'm carving, so if I'm carving, I go live, you know. I don't particularly do it for attention or not bothered if too many people go in. I think it's the quality of people, not the quantity, you know. I've had like 200 people in my live before, and they were just all like, you know, half of them are trolls, so you know, they try and take the mick out of you, but they fail miserably. Okay, I've got a sub. Yeah, awesome, thank you very much. I do more carving on my lives than anything, but I am live most days when I'm feeling alright, when I'm not feeling ill. I'll be doing a live on Thursday. I'm going up to my friend's forest, so I'm going to make a load of little reindeer. And I need to get some materials because I'm going to make a holly wreath for the outside. I started making it out of coppice. I've got two really bendy pieces of coppice, and I've tied them up in a big circle, so hopefully they'll dry out in a nice shape. You seem to be getting some regular videos. Yeah, I do get regulars. In the evening I'll get quite a few regulars as well. Hey, my fellow Brit. Hello, how are you doing? Viking Woman 00, how are you? Hello from Argentina. Hola. Oh, it's Spanish in Argentina, isn't it? Is it Spanish in Argentina? Yeah, 20. Yeah, go 20 people now. I only speak Portuguese. Not very well either. I thought Argentina was Portuguese then for a second, but it's not Spanish, isn't it? I speak fluent English. Awesome, awesome. Sweet. Let's chisel out his nose. And his moustache needs sorting out as well. Always carve their moustaches a bit bigger because they always end up being a lot smaller. It is Spanish. But a certain accent, yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. Let's move over to this side. Bit of wood carving. Bit of wood carving in the afternoon. Relax yourself. Carve out a face. Probably a couple of hours. A little one like this. I did actually started a bigger one. That I need to do. Basically, I haven't carved anything for wood spirits. I haven't done any for probably about 3 or 4 months. So I was well out of practice. So I decided to carve one in this axe handle that I made that broke. And I've done that, and I was just like, oh, he's really gaunt. He hasn't really got any cheeks to him. He's got a really flat nose. Doesn't look too great. Right, Chibs, how's it going? And then I went on to I just scrapped that one and thought, well, I'll start again. I'll give him some cheeks and give him a bit of a face and all that. Looks like a gnome. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're wood spirits, aren't they? You're meant to carve them in trees and whatever. My mate's got a couple of big stumps on his forest that I wanna have a go at and carve out and just have some faces in the woods. I think that'll look pretty cool. Cool man, love your style. Thank you very much. FR. Oops, your, what's that? Oh, love your, yeah, I don't worry about all that, mate. Don't worry about all that. Oh, but I knew what you meant, man. I've never been too good with my reading and my writing, so I'll probably think it's alright anyway. Alright, so chiseled out his nose, chiseled out his moustache. Time to move on to the beard. Use a bigger gouge for the beard because I need to take, when you're carving faces, it's all about taking stuff from the outside. Mainly getting the nose to protrude as well. So his nose isn't going to be that big; it's going to be a lot smaller than that. But there his cheekbones. That's going to be his jowly bits at the side, his jawline, as it were, and that's going to be his beard. But as I say, when you start off, always make things just that little bit bigger, because you can always make it smaller and make it look better. It's the same with carving spoons. Like if you're carving a spoon, to say you're carving something like that, you leave a really thick handle on it, and then what you do is you carve the actual top of the spoon out first, because when you've got your knife and you're carving this, you're going to knock the handle a lot. So if you carve the handle first, you end up mullering your handle when you're carving the top of the spoon, especially if you're using tough wood like ash. Bad with words, worse with numbers. I like hitting wood. Yeah, I'm terrible with numbers as well, man. I don't do maths. No, I don't do the old mathematics. Well, I do, but I'm absolutely rubbish at it. I'm better at making things. I can look at things and recreate them, but I'm terrible with like maths and stuff like that. I'm better with nature. You know, I can tell you names of the trees, the mushrooms, the animals, the plants. I can tell you what they're used for. I can tell you what wood's best for like burning, different types of cooking over, and all that sort of stuff. But modern society, I'm pretty pants at, to be fair. Stop cutting there so it doesn't go all the way down the carving. Yeah, I'm terrible with words. I spent my childhood like watching documentaries. I never used to watch cartoons really. I used to watch documentaries mainly, and I'd always be watching something where I could learn something. That was my main thing. And I'm still the same now. I don't watch TV. I couldn't sit there and watch a film. It'd drive me nuts. I have to have like a documentary on in the background, like informational, teaching me something, telling me something. Otherwise, I'll get really bored. I've normally got about a million things going through my head at the same time, so carving helps me calm my mind. It's very good for the soul. Very good for the soul. Let's get his beard out. Get your beard out. Someone talking outside my window. Probably the neighbours. I'm one of those people who shouldn't have been born in the modern world. I find solace in the simple things in life. My neighbour. Stop watching films. I want to stop drinking. Don't know if it's connected. Like, yeah, I haven't got the what's his name? Bloody hell, your phone's loud, man. Sitting there in his big bloody 4x4, chatting on loudspeaker on his phone. Can hear him. Half the road can hear him. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy just walking through the woods. Like, literally, I'll go out the woods. I'm happy being outside, you know, with nature and just being, you know, just existing. So I'm working on a piece of hazel today, which is such a nice wood to carve. Don't really need to use the hammer on it, to be honest with you. It's not exactly a particularly soft wood to carve, even though hardwood and softwood's got nothing to do with the density, is it? It's a common misconception, isn't it? Hardwood is deciduous trees and softwood is pine trees. So, but you get really hard pine trees and really soft deciduous trees. So, it's just a common misconception. Best thing to go on is a thing called the Janka scale. Hey, hope you're good. Yeah, I'm not too bad. How are you all? How are you doing? And the Janka scale's the how tough the wood is. Can't remember what hazel is. I know oak's 1,300 or something like that. Ash is about 1,250, so they're not far off each other. I do a lot of carve. I carve a lot of my spoons in ash. I've got loads of oak, but I haven't actually done anything with it. I'm going to keep practicing doing these little wood spirits. I'm going to carve a big one, like a big fat wood spirit. On Thursday, I'm going to get myself a decent sized log, and I'm going to carve a wood spirit into that, and I'm going to stick him out the front for Christmas, I think. Generally don't like using pine because it's really sappy and the resin gets stuck all over your tools and all over your hands, and it's just not very nice. Busted a bit of oak burr yesterday on my lathe at the end, making the pot. Nightmare. Yeah, I bet it is. 25 degrees Celsius here. It's been about 16 degrees Celsius here today ish. I'm right on the south coast, so it's sort of like a little microcosm. So it's a lot warmer than the rest of the country. I'm sandwiched between the sea and the South Downs, so it actually gets. We don't see a lot of snow or anything like that. It's very rare, very rare it snows down there. I think 15 years ago was the last time we saw a decent amount of snow and cold weather. Doesn't really do much down there, unlike the north of the country where it's a bit chillier. Get a lot of wind though. The wind chill's pretty cold. Windy up here in Scotland. Yeah, I bet it is. We had that storm hit us on the south coast, and it was mad. You know, just the thing is, round here you don't get gusts of wind. It's just constantly windy because we're so close to the sea. It's a bit annoying. It's lovely in the summer though, because you get that nice breeze that just balances everything. That's going to be the cut for his cheeks there. I'm waiting for snow. Yeah, I say we don't really get it. It's annoying because it'd be nice for the kids to see some snow. When I was a kid, it used to snow. Not much, but we get like 3 weeks of snow. But I mean, I remember it being -16 once. That was cold. Freak weather though. I'm kind of on the coast. Firth and Forth. I don't really know Scotland too well. Just the breeze here. Yeah, fair play, man. Fair play. Whereabouts are you then, Henry? What's my favourite wood to carve? I'm probably going to say ash, because it's tough. You know, you can, like when this was carved out of hazel, and I had to put a bigger spiral in it, like a bit bigger, because in between the spirals, when I was carving with my knife, if I did what I did with the ash, it would pop. But with the ash, I can do a lot more finer detail on it because it's a tougher wood. Oak, probably my least favourite because it just bluntens the life out of all your tools. Tried making a spoon out of poplar once. I ended up snapping it in half because it's just so weak. I can't do the poplar. It's not my sort of wood. Yeah, probably ash. I do like carving cherry, but cherry's rock hard. It's really tough, but the colours in cherry are beautiful. That's that little cherry spoon that I carved, and you can see the heartwood inside it. Yeah, I've got a load of oak bowl. Constant sharpening. It is constant sharpening. Hazel's nice to carve. I like use. It depends what I'm making. If I'm making something like this, hazel, because obviously hazel's strong and it's flexible and it's a decent wood to carve. But if I'm making spoons, it's normally ash, which isn't the best spoon making wood really, but I like using it. But if it's a walking stick, hazel. If it's a spoon, ash, or any fruit tree for spoons, apple, cherry, plum, stuff like that's really good. There's a plum tree over there. I was hoping it was going to come down in the storm. I'll be straight over there nicking bits off of it, filling up my shed. Yeah, fruit trees and stuff like that are really good for spoons. Silver birch is pretty good for carving as well. It's quite an easy wood to carve, but I don't get a lot of silver birch because my mate's forest is predominantly oak, ash and hazel, with one big beech tree in the middle, which is weird. But as I say, I'm going up there on Thursday. Got myself a joint of beef. I'm going to cook a joint of beef while I'm up there. Do some forestry, maybe a bit of coppicing. Going to make some reindeer. That's what I can make. I was going to make the reindeer out of ash, but I'll make them out of hazel. I think that would be easier. Yeah, you're forever sharpening stuff when you're using oak. It's a bit of a nightmare really. And my mate's got my whetstones at the moment. I need him to bring them back because I made that axe handle and I'd like to sharpen it up. Oh, excuse me. So I can do some carving with it. That was the main thing I made the handle for. It's got a really long handle on it, but I should have done a short one, but I just wanted an axe, almost like a tomahawk, so it is what it is. Let's move on to the micro gouge, the tiny little gouge. And that's going to peel the beard up and cut your swine. There we go. Let's get his moustache in. And that's why we always make sure we know where the ends of our tools are going, so you don't end up sticking one in your hand. I stuck this gouge into my thumb and it hit the bone. It went straight in there. It was really annoying. Went a bit white and wobbly on that one. Good thing is it buggered up the nerves in my thumb, so I can't actually feel it anymore. So it didn't hurt. It just felt like someone had whacked my hand with something really hard. But it didn't feel like a cut. It just felt like a smash, as it were. My mate's actually setting up a lathe in his garage soon. He's just moved house, so he said I can go around and do some wood turning, which would be cool because I've never done it before. Make a few bowls. I mean, I can carve bowls, but I'll do them by hand with a big carpentry gouge, a big boat builder's gouge. That's my main thing. I think a knife would be better for getting in those moustaches. Where's my hammer? More of a maul. More of a maul than a hammer. All out his moustache. Oh, you'll love it. That's really soothing. And you get a really nice cut. Yeah, too right, man. Too right. Definitely going to give it a go. There are actually some big burls on some trees around where my mate's woods is, so I might have to go and pinch one and make a bowl out of it. I think that'd be cool. I was going to make a pole lathe in my garden, but got too many kids, and I think they'd probably think it was a climbing frame and destroy it, which is annoying. I could make one up my mate's woods, but it probably wouldn't last too long up there because of the acidity in the soil and how wet it is, and you know what forests are like for rotting wood. It'd be full of mushrooms within a couple of weeks. Give him a nice big hooter, big schnoz like mine, big massive nose. Yeah, I've always fancied having a go at wood turning. The moustache needs to be chopped off there. When you're carving faces, always make everything slightly bigger than it should be. And then you can go back and do the chop. And that's just peeling through there. Good job my gouge is sharp enough. How long do I plan on being live today? Probably not much longer because it's getting near the end of the school run and the kids will be back, and I'll make the dinner yesterday, so. And we got chicken goujons because I'm being lazy tonight. I made a roast dinner yesterday, so lazy day today. And not sure what I'm going to do with them. Definitely not going to do chips. I think maybe some pasta, some sauce or something. And some vegetables on the side. Veggies. Where's that? His face needs to be bigger on that side. So we do that. That's better. Let's see the progress. It's not much at the moment. It's just the basic pattern. It's gonna have a bit of a wonky beard at the moment. But so what I'll do now is I'll chisel around his face to get his face to stand up. Then I'll chisel the cheeks down there and then bring them in so they fit better into the face, bit like that really. Bit like that. He's gonna have a bit more of a skinnier face, hopefully, if I can work it out. Love seeing the mess before it gets there. Yeah, it's cool, man. When I first started doing it, I was like, oh, this is rubbish. I'm not going to do this. Oh, it sticks, mate. How's it going, man? How you doing, bud? I'm just doing carving another wood spirit. I did start doing him in a bit of cedar, but it was just leaking sap everywhere. I was doing my head in. Cold. Oh, it's not. It's quite mild down here. Been about 15 degrees-ish, something like that. The only thing that's a bit chilly is the wind, but that's pretty much stopped now. But I'm right on the south coast, so it's right next to the sea. So we do get a bit of warm air sometimes. February is normally the cold month. The sky is blue and so am I, yeah, man. That's how art is. Looks crazy before it looks good. Yeah, it does definitely. Yeah, it's just got to draw the pattern basically, and then his face has got to go a lot deeper than that because I've got to get his nose to stick out. So I need to basically I need to chisel his face off, but I need to chisel round it first just to get the depth of his face. Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? I need to chisel his face off. Watching some videos of that camp out. It looked like fun, man. Talking to Sticks, by the way. And I think I've come to the conclusion you've got the same name as me, Sticks. Yarps video is brilliant. I haven't seen Yarps on it. I'll have a look. I like Yarps' content. He didn't make it for a while. What's the name? It begins with a C. First name, yeah. To be fair, I don't know why I'm hiding my first name. I don't really care. My name's Chris. Chris, or Chris, as they call me in Portugal. Chris. Hello, Chris. Gustavo. Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, somewhere on my WhatsApp. I'm gonna start stalking you. Don't tell me they're back already. Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna start stalking you. And see me pop up at your window. I see you coming. Yeah, you can't miss me a mile away, to be honest with you. Yeah, I went up to one of my local woods. Yeah, from a mile away. Yeah, definitely. Probably hear me as well. Took my mate up to this woods I know, and he's like, this would be quite a good place for a camp out. I was like, nah. Wait until we get into the woods. There's about 400 dog walkers walking around everywhere. and I know I know the ranger as well who looks after it as well. So he probably call me a piss taker. Sounds like my woods, yeah, man. Well, there are places I know where no one goes, and then there are places I go where you can go off the beaten track, and it's like a spot hardly any people know, you know, and it's well out of the way, and it's next to a big giant. It's in between a giant chalk cliff and a river. It's a really cool spot. It looks like a rainforest. It's wicked, man. There's loads of hart's tongue fern everywhere. It's all growing out of the rocks and all that. It's a pretty cool place to go. But there's actually a bloke who lives in the woods, an old hermit, and his name's Tom, and he's awesome, man. He's quality. And last time we went up there, he just pops out of a bush, and he's like, "All right, boys." I was like, "All right." And he's like, how's it going? I was like, "Yeah, not too bad." I thought he was a gamekeeper at first, because a couple of pheasants come strolling past, and I was just sitting there with a rock in my hand, like, "Can I get one of these pheasants?" And I was like, "Oh shit, it's the gamekeeper. He's come to shoo his birds back towards his feed rod." And it wasn't. It was Tom. And started chatting to him for about 3 hours. The bloke's a legend, and he was like, "Yeah." When I started talking to him, he's like, "Oh, yeah, peeping Tom." Yeah. He goes, is the audio crackly? Is it? I can turn my headphones off. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Better? Can everyone hear me without my headphones in? Yeah, and I was chatting to him. I was like, "Are you the bloke who lives here?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "You've been here for a long time, haven't you?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "I've met you before a few times." That's all right. I'll just turn my headphones off. It makes it easier then. And yeah, we were having a chat to him and all that. He said, "Yeah." He goes, "I've been up here for 11 years." He goes, "My wife passed away, and I decided to just go and stay in the woods for a couple of weeks, and I just ended up living here." And he's got himself a little camp up there and all that. And the funny thing is, every time I met this bloke, he's cleaner than me. He's all like clean shaven, wearing, you know, quite decent clothes and all that. There's me covered in mud and charcoal and all that, on my knees getting a fire going and all that. And he comes out looking cleaner than me. But he works on the local farm, so he gets paid a decent wage, and he hasn't got any bills. He's living the life, mate. He doesn't pay any bills, doesn't pay any rent. All he has to do is buy his food. He's about a 20-minute walk away from the local train station, which is mad, because there is this literally tiny little train station smack bang in the middle of nowhere. God knows why, but he can get the train into town and get food and stuff like that. And there's a stables on the way to the train station, like an old stables, and they've got like a shower room and all that. So he walks their dogs, and they let him use the shower and stuff. So he's you know, he's just like a normal bloke, but he sleeps in the woods. It's wicked, mate. He's like the ultimate bushcrafter. And he's got this big shelter with a big double-doored log burner in it, which is like his living room, and then he's got a tent set up that he sleeps in. Yeah, absolutely living the life, mate. He's a good bloke. He cleans up all. The thing is, he's technically not meant to be there, but the bloke who owns it's the Duke of Norfolk, who owns the land, and he said he doesn't mind him being there because he looks after the woods. You know what I mean? He picks up all the rubbish. He goes around and. My neighbour's thumping around a crazy old slag. But he cleans up all the rubbish and stuff like that, and I build a tripod and it gets smashed. Yeah, that's well annoying. That's where I'm lucky. I've got my mates. My mate owns a forest, so anything I build there, and there's no like public right of way either. You do get the odd dog walker walking through, but they're all like these posh people that live in these massive houses because it's a really rich area, and they walk through with their dogs, and quite a lot of them are really old, so they don't bother you. And as I said to my mate, I said it's probably better to have them walking through, because if they do see something dodgy going on, they're going to call the old bill. You know what I mean? They're actually sort of unofficially keeping an eye on the place. But yeah, I said to him, he goes, yeah, I don't mind them being here. He goes, it's a bit cheeky though. I said, well, what we can do is one of my mates is a World War II reenactor, and I said we could dress up as the World War II German Wehrmacht and set up a roadblock in the middle of the track that they walk down. Show me your papers, you know, like scare the life out of them. But yeah, this old Tom geezer, man, he's quality, mate. He's quality. And if you didn't know where his camp was, you'd never find it. You'd never find it. It's actually like there's an old lime kiln, and then there's this huge pit behind it. It looks like a big bomb crater, and he's in there basically. And it's when you walk past, you'd never see it. You don't really hear him because he's quite a quiet bloke. It's quality, man. It's quality. I think I'm going to leave this for tonight. I might bring his nose up a bit. That's brilliant. A bit as well, yeah. So people know he's there. Yeah, some people do, but the people who know he's there don't. Like the people who live in the houses, they all know he's there, but they don't bother him because he goes around and he helps them out and he fixes things in their houses and stuff for them. He's quite a handy bloke. He's one of those blokes who can do a bit of plumbing, a bit of building, and all that sort of thing. So he goes up there and he helps them out and he walks their dogs for them in the evening and stuff like that. And they like him, they think he's a nice bloke, and he keeps the woods tidy, and he's like the guardian of the forest, I suppose. But yeah, he's a good bloke. Yeah, the right people know he's there. Let's put it this way: the wrong people don't. But he goes over to they invite him over to the manor house for like dinner and stuff like that, and he goes and has dinner with them, all the posh people. He's not like some sort of like scabby, drugged up hobo that you see walking around town and stuff like that. He's he's an intelligent bloke. Yeah, he's quality, man. He's quality. Next time I go out there, it'll probably be in the summer. I guarantee I'll bump. He always pops out and says hello when we're out there. He said he likes us because he always finds the people that turn up in hammocks don't leave any mess. And he says you get these people who go to B&Q and buy a pop-up tent or whatever, and the disposable barbecues, and they go camping, get really drunk, make loads of noise, and smash the place up, and rip trees down and stuff like that. And then they just leave all their stuff there and go home. They don't bother taking their tents back with them because they just bought a cheap tent. And he said that he always finds the bushcrafters and all that are really respectful and all that, and he always comes over and has a chat with them to see how everyone is. Yeah, he's a decent bloke, man. Because I was talking to him, I said, have you ever seen anyone fall off that chalk cliff? He goes, yeah, I've seen one person fall off of it. I was like, Christ. He goes, it was a woman, she got stuck on the ledge halfway down. I've got two blokes living in the bushes near me. They keep it tidy, no one cares. They've been there since last year. Exactly, that's it. That's the thing. If they're not destroying stuff and being nice and looking after the place, it's good. I think they should have public land, where homeless people can go and what's his name, they can build themselves a little camp, and as long as they're respectful, they can stay there, I think I'm going to shorten the nose on that. I want his cheeks to be a bit more have his beard up here. Where's my pencil? There it is. And his beard can go there. Because I don't want much room between his beard and his cheeks. Do that like that, and put his moustache there. That's a good thing about this. It's if you don't like it and you've just done the lines, you can start again and just, because it's got to go so deep into the wood. And at the bottom of his beard there, and his moustache coming down here. I think that would be a little bit better. I'll get my knife on that later. I'll go live later on if the kids are behaving. If the kids are behaving. Hello, how's it going? Walking light, how are you? How are you? How are you doing? I was doing the handle for my knife, started drilling through, and it split. So I throw in a straw. Go back for today. Yeah, I'll do stuff like that. I just think, oh, I'm not getting anywhere. I might as well stop. Got loads of shit at the back of my nose, but I can't bring it up. It's driving me mental. I think it's the damn parrot don't agree with me. Living in England, I need to go to a hot country. It's me, LG. Change my name. Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah, sweet. Sweet as a nut. Sweet as a nut. Kushti. I've got this. I've got the case cover for it outside. I fixed the pump, so the pump's going. It was probably a split. I wasn't happy. So you can always start again though, especially if it's made out of wood. So you got to fix the pump, fix the washer in the pump, which is made out of leather. Luckily enough, I've got some leather. Managed to cut a circle. Obviously, there's a case that goes on the top of here, and it's an old blow lamp, the old blowtorch, paraffin one. So obviously the funnel goes on here, and the flame shoots out the end. But I had to ask my mate to make me a tool. Make me a tool. So I could get the spout out, because the spout's blocked. So I said to him, "Can you get an old screwdriver and cut the middle out, so I can put it in here and unscrew this bugger and get that out, so I can clean it out." But yeah, once it's all shiny and I've put the case back on it, it'd be well easy starting a fire up in the woods in winter. You know, you can rub sticks together, or you can get yourself an antique blow lamp. Oh, right, yeah, sweet, Bosun Dan, sweet. I don't think I'll follow him. I'll have to check him out. Bosun Dan. Let's have a look. I might follow him, I don't know. I'll give him a look in a minute. But yeah, I've got it working. Just need to clean it up, put the casing back on it, spark her up, and I've got myself a antique blowtorch. It was made in Sweden. Yeah. I know the bloke you're on about now. Yeah, I did. Yeah, the Barbie house. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's got, like I say, it's got the case to go over the top of it. Fits over and directs the flame. The Barbie brothel. That's it. That's it. Go and see the madam at the entrance. But yeah, I've got the old blow lamp. My mate says he's got one, and it's so when I fixed that, he's got another one for me, but it's like that big, and it's one they used to use like in the British Army in World War One for like firing up the old I can't remember what they call them now. Well, they used to cook all the food, like the mobile kitchens. My mate's got some cool stuff. He likes his old stuff. and he's got an old World War II air raid siren, you know, the one with the handle on it, and he must live probably about 10 miles away from me, and when they had the old COVID and everyone was clapping for the nurses, he got his siren out, his air raid siren, and started letting out. And so I could just about hear it over here, mate. It was ridiculous, so loud, really, really cool. But he always brings me interesting things to look at. He bought me an old French draw knife, and it's semicircle like that for taking bark off of trees, which I need to fix up. Really, I need to carve another handle for it, and then I need to go through the whole process of sharpening it. I don't like cleaning up old tools too much because you lose the patina, and that patina's been on there, you know, for like some of them the best part of 100 years. So I don't like, you know, when people get these old tools and they just make them back down to silver, you know, and it's just like, no, you ruined it now. It don't look the same. Just sharpen it up, and if it's still usable, use it. Stick sent me here forcefully, Sussex. Holding my one try was quick hostage. Unless I join your line. Just sharpening. Yeah, if it's like an old draw knife, hang on, I'll go and see if I've got it to hand. So if it's an old, like this beast, probably about 150 years old, man, it's proper old. If it's something like that, I'm not gonna grind all that off and make it look all shiny and silver. I don't think it suits it, but I'll just put the edge back on it. All right, Paul, how's it going, man? So I'll just sharpen that. It's got good handles on it. It's a good draw knife. It's an Isorbi one. Cast steel. I don't think it is as old as I think it is. But yeah, that's the one I use for, like, if I'm making a bow, just to start it off with. Obviously I won't finish it with it. But this is the French one. Now she's a bit rusty, so I'm gonna have to do something with her. Dirt. I was thinking the blade's fucked on that one, a little bit anyway. But that's the French one, and as you can see, it's curved. It's got a curve to it, but it's missing a handle. And this one's more for your, like, debarking, like when you're debarking a tree. Yeah, it's curved, man. Not bad, man. Thanks. Good to see you online, mate. With your tool. But yeah, that's I need to keep these in the shed because I don't want the kids falling on that. But my mate's an engineer, and he said he's going to weld a bit onto the end of there so I can hammer the because it's just like a rivet basically. Don't know why I'm also looking for a draw knife. Barely need one, but I'll find a use. They're cool, man. They're really handy. I'm back in a second. Like this old Kent pattern axe that I done the handle for as well. That's a really old axe head. I still use my knife and a piece of wood as drawn off. I do that sometimes if I can't be bothered messing around. I use my bushcraft knife and just hammer a bit of stick into it. But that's me. That's my new carving axe. I think I burnt it a little bit too much, but with a bit of wear and tear, she still stinks. Still stinks. It's a problem with boiled linseed oil. It still absolutely hums, but It's not a bad smell, I suppose. But that was the hand carved handle that I did. I'm going to take it up the woods with me on the Thursday and give it a run for its money, see if the head flies off. I don't think it will. I've put it on there pretty good. I hammered a metal spike into the top of it as well, so it's not burnt enough. That's it. I might give it, well, once I get that old antique blow lamp going, I'll give it a decent burn. I'm making a handle for an ad. Awesome, man, awesome. I've made a few ads as well. I made one out of an old plane, out of an old wood plane. We've got my really old spoke shave as well, which I think was handmade originally. Making a handle for ads. Yeah, ads. I love an ads. I'd love to get an ads. Well, I've made one, but it's not a bowl ads. But that's how the blade comes out. And there's your little blade there. And obviously you sharpen that up, and you've got a wooden frame for it. And you put it in the wooden frame, like so, and then run it towards you. Works a treat actually. This one, it's better. I've got some more modern spoke shaves, you know, the metal ones. I remember that from your TikTok. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I've had it for a while now, probably over a year. I was going to make a new handle for it, but it actually held together. Simple as best. Yeah, man. It's decent, man. It's decent. Can't get that out of the back of my throat. I know some quite interesting people who like trading things. I'll make them something, they'll give me something, you know, which is really handy. Got the steam engine boards. I've got two of my mates own steam engines. They do all the steam engines and stuff. They're quite interesting blokes. One of them said one of his mates has got an old steam-powered sawmill, and I was like, that'd be lovely to get up the woods, see the old steam engine, pop, 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 with the old logs going through. That'd be wicked. But he doesn't reckon we'd get them down the hill to the actual forest, so which is a bit of a shame. But might be all right. Traction engine, it should be all right. But it's just one of those things. So yeah, that was my wood spirit that I carved. And then that's the one I'm working on. Oh, it'd be an awesome video getting the steam engines out, man. It'd be wicked. It'd be so cool. It'd be so cool. One of them, his job is that he pressure tests and builds steam engines. Basically, he works on trains, you know, the old steam trains and stuff, and all the stuff in the museums. That's what he does. He goes around the country doing that, which I think's a pucker job, basically. Really good job. It'd be awesome to do. And where is it? There we go. I'll finish this sported ash spoon for anyone that didn't see it. That's where my true talent lies. Making spoons. Not brilliant at it. I could make them a bit more delicate and a bit more, but you know, I'm not like these old boys have been doing it for like bloody all their life, and they can knock out a spoon that, you know, it's really nice. It's dogs. Cheers, man. I don't know if you can see the pattern of the grain on it. It's really hard to see, and I'll have to take a picture of it, I think, and put it online. But similar to this one, but this one's got a it's got a bigger spiral in the handle. to be fair, they're not. My favourite sort of ones are like this. Just your basic wooden kitchen spoon, you know. They're my favourite ones. But my phone charger's getting lost in the. Oh, just pulled loads of shavings. It's the problem with this lot, it's always covered in shavings. I clean it up and then the next night it's absolutely covered again. And I've pretty much fixed my cider press now, so next autumn I can churn out some decent grog. I found a bottle of cider in my cupboard from 2 years ago that I made, and I'm very halfway over the fence about opening it, but I might do it up the woods. It's an old bottle of cider. It's raw cider as well, so it's got no yeast in it. It's just 3 different types of apples. It's got, and I remember putting russets in there because they've got a high yeast content in the skin. I didn't get any medlars this year. I don't know if you guys know what medlars are. What do they call them? Corne de chien in French, which means dog's arse. They look like little arseholes. There should be no, should be, might not be. You never know. You'd never know until you crack it open. Really, once it's bottled and been sitting there, because obviously you do your fermentation in the bucket until it stops fizzing and bubbling, and then you put it in the demijohn. I don't know, for like 2 or 3 months, and then you take it out of the demijohn and then you bottle it, and then I have to see. I made slow wine the same time I made that, and I made 4 gallons of slow wine, and it was 17%. It was absolutely lethal. It tasted like plum brandy. It was crazy. It's like the highest alcohol I've made without obviously running it through a still, but it was just it was crazy. It was proper strong. I don't even drink wine, you know, but it was lethal. My bramble wine was really nice. I made bramble wine and that was really good. But yeah, the what's his name? The slow wine was savage. As long as it hasn't got you, it's alright. Should be fine. Stand back when you open it. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I've had a few bottles explode in the kitchen before. They were on their own. Temperature changes and they go into secondary fermentation and they just go bang. But yeah, I've made some pretty lethal grog. Not really a fan of wine. I don't really drink myself anyway. I just got a bee in my bonnet, and one year I just started making loads of wine because there's fruit trees absolutely everywhere around here. It's it's a shame to waste them. So I decided to start making alcohol. I mean, literally just out the window, I'm looking at a big Mirabelle plum tree. It's huge every year, hundreds of plums on it. There's a lot of Marjorie plums, Victoria plums, damsons, bull lace. Obviously there's sloes everywhere around here. Apples, I don't know, probably a good couple of 100 apple trees around here. Got to shoot, phones ringing, take care. But yeah, see you later. But I'm going to jump off as well because I've got to make dinner and the kids will be back soon. So I'll anyone who's still watching, cheers for watching. And, it's been awesome talking to you. I do enjoy doing my little lives. And yeah, have a good one, everyone.